Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Right. Well, while we're starting up, we're going to begin this session in the barracks. And so, if you want to drop your token somewhere there, you know you had your week off. Then there's been a couple of days here where you've basically been in doing paperwork, and as a result, you know, staying long hours. Most of you have decided you just go to sleep here rather than trying to go to your respective homes.
Alright.
So, last time we basically finished off the mission to Talos site there. So basically, with Talos site, you were charged with the mission of going to Talos site and giving the researchers there the vaccine for the coronavirus. However, when you arrived, you discovered that the facility was abandoned, and you noticed some acid marks and sounds that to you sounded a lot like replicators. Heading south to look for the researchers, you found them in one of the ruins on the planet, and there also discovered a ring transporter into an underground base, where you discovered Jafar working for Deimos in a research facility where they were resurrecting, as it were, the replicators. There were also some Goa'uld researchers there, and I believe that Zhao Shen gathered up a bunch of the information onto a tablet and brought it back to the SGC. Shortly after you left that planet, as you were informed later, the planet was bombarded from orbit. And this week we have a new player joining. So why don't you give us a little bit of information about your character there?
Well, Onyx is an android. That is pure and simple. He looks like a robotic human in full some kind of futuristic body armor. Obviously black. He was found somewhere, researched, repurposed, and reused with some kind of loyalty code to the Earth planet and SGC, and he's just sitting there minding his own business. waiting for the mission to commence.
Okay. We're just waiting on the remaining players, and then we can get properly started. I apologise for not having finished the rest of the standard items yet. I will try to get that done for next week. In the meantime, everyone can list in your item inventory that you have a GDO.
Cool thing to have.
Has an encumbrance of 10.
Has a 0 encumbrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we also get radios?
What was that, sorry?
Do we also get radios?
Yeah, so at the moment you've got standard issue radios. So, you know, range is basically planetary medium. On standard issue radios. Beyond that, you'll be out of radio range. Later on, you'll be able to get better ones, but I'll have to finish the items before you get that.
We're still waiting on another person, right? Or did they drop out?
No, they're still in. I think they should be along relatively soon, in theory. And anyone who hasn't sort of in the story tab of Discord, there is what sort of designation you want your particular SG unit to have in terms of what type of unit you're going to be. So if you want to, you can pick two of them, two options there, and whatever's got the most is what you'll end up being, what sort of unit you'll end up being, and it'll basically help me guide it towards what sort of missions I end up putting together for you.
Sorry, I'm fashionably late.
That's okay.
1 minute late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 2 now.
Well, I came when it was a minute late, so. I do have a quick question,
Yes.
GM. So, in the former professor, it says that I can call in a favor from a institution.
Against
higher
what,
learning.
sorry?
So the talent former professor lets me get a call in a favor from a member of a higher institution.
Yes.
Does it need to be necessarily related to the skill I took, or just any member related to a higher institution?
Higher
Within
institution generally is something to do with, in that particular case, it's something to do with learning. It doesn't have to be one that you've been to personally, but it could be like a library, or it could be like a college or a university. It could be
So if I
like a
wanted to
training
get,
academy.
so if I wanted to like mechanics, could I call in a favor from MIT?
Yes.
Okay.
But
That's
you don't
kind of
have
for,
to like narrow it down to a specific place. Like you can be somewhere and say, I want to call in a favor now with these particular people because that's where we are and it's going to be useful to us.
Okay, I'm sure there's a. Okay.
And
'Cause my plan is like during like the downtime between the missions to call in a favor to help build the drone
okay.
since I don't have good mechanics.
And
It's
there
not a
is
skill.
I put it both in the story section and I put it into the chat in Roll20 is the identification code that your SG unit has to identify you as SG42. So basically the code that you're sending back through whenever you dial back to Earth, but also, you know, if there's any other reason that you might need it, that's the code. Okay, so, yeah, I think, yeah, so there's still two of you that can still, you know, put in your picks for what sort of SG unit you want SG42 to be in the story
I was
section.
just looking at. Well, it looks like there's already a consensus.
In the meantime, yeah, so you're all in the barracks at the moment. I'll give you a moment to sort of chat amongst yourselves about whatever it is that your characters would like to talk to each other about at the moment, and then you'll be summoned for your briefing.
How much time has passed? So we called in, and then do we have like a few days of downtime,
Yeah,
or is
so
it just
you
like
had a week off, and then you've come back and you've done a couple of days where all you did was paperwork. Just that's it, basically. So the date today is the 29th. The day that you went off to Talos site was the 20th. So you're 9 days after you've finished all of that.
is there any possibility I could have like made one attempt to build the drone in that time period?
If you've got the materials for it, yeah.
What are the materials necessary? Because I can buy the gun, but the rest of it is.
Yeah. So what does it say for the talent?
Let's see. Let's pull it up real fast.
I'd be happy to give you some money to help you get a drone too.
That might be very useful. Although this drone is going to be more of like a auto targeting rifle.
That's fine.
Maybe some scouting, if I can manage it.
So you need material for a casing. So that can
That
be
about just like a chunk of metal.
yeah. Basically, you can do something like that. So
Because if I'm looking at like a targeting, like the gun is pretty much the casing.
well, I mean, it's got to be something separate to that because it's got to be casing to house the AI you're basically putting into it, or the VI or whatever you want to call it, the semi-intelligent sort of program side of things.
So just like a attachment, like an add-on kind of thing.
Yeah. So if you want something like incredibly basic with practically no durability, you can go, you know, just something as simple as like aluminium sort of can or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what because I'm gonna be holding it anyway. So unless they shoot it from me, that's kind of what I'm.
Yeah, so
Going for.
that's at its minimum sort of level, so it's not going to get any bonuses to durability or anything like that from it. So you
Right.
So that's just, as an aluminium can. If you don't have one already, then something like that would be as simple as a 25 Earth credits purchase.
Okay. I definitely have that. Oh, how much Earth credits did we get from last mission?
I put it in there. You should have been
2,000.
Yeah, 2,000.
2,000. Okay.
Then you need something to act as its brain or behavior core, so circuit board, crystal storage, something else.
How much would a circuit board be? Because that's kind of what.
Depends on where you're finding it. So if you're trying to pull apart something existing and use that, then you want something with some degree of onboard memory. So something as simple as
Just take it from the dialing computer.
what's sort of the lowest end of that you'd be looking at? It'd be like really, really basic program. You could probably get away with using like a circuit board from something like a USB, flash drive, something like that. So for that, you're looking about 100 Earth credits on a low end.
I'm kind of just. This will be kind of basic. I can upgrade it later, but for now, just do something.
And then you're using a gun because you're wanting it to be combat related. So
Yeah, I think I picked the Colt, the M32, the Colt thing.
And then related to its mobility, so if you're wanting to carry it, then the thing that you'd want there is like a shoulder strap or something like that.
Okay, yeah, then I'll just buy a shoulder strap. It should be like cheap because it's just leather.
Yeah, so for that you'd probably back it, same cost as an aluminium can, so 25 credits for a basic shoulder strap with no...
You just wear it on your giant head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you've bought those pieces, then you can make that check.
Can I call in a favor to get the assist in making it?
I will double check the precise Genesys manuals. Should be from Shadow of the Beanstalk is where favors come in. And we just need
You make a drone with the mechanics skill to make more drones.
That's what replicators are for.
All right. Did we get any replicator blocks?
no. Here we go. 53 is where favors are on here. As far as I can tell, a small favor would be something like aiding you by giving a boost to a check and letting you use their facility. So if they're letting you use their facility, I'll let you have a second boost for it as well.
Okay. That's gonna be a hard check. Gonna go ahead and use a story point.
Oh, Right, give me a second because I've got to reset that for the session.
Since,
How
this
many
will
are we on
have...
today? 4?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't rolled.
You don't roll for story points, you start according to how many
Oh.
players there are for the session.
All right, different.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll just make the roll since I'll spend it later. Mechanics. Alright. Succeed, damn it. Alright.
Yeah, so take a strain in your building this thing, but yeah, you managed to construct this AI on there, so you add it to your companion sheet there, and it should have the yeah. I'm just gonna actually give me a second, and I'll see what else I should apply this as.
It's only got one replicator block in there.
Rather than taking strain, I'm going to.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to do that.
The drone suffers a setback on any skills in which it has no ranks for.
Okay. I'll note that down somewhere.
Yeah, so 3 successes. You construct it relatively quickly there, and yeah. So then its stats are according to yeah. You can assign 4 characteristic points across 1 or more characteristics, and then you get 2 ranks in the single chosen skill.
Does 4 ranks count up from 1, or does that include 1?
No, it everything has a baseline of 1. It can't go lower, so it's not.
So if you put all into 1, that's 5, right? Okay. Yep. Okay. All right.
And it has 2 ranks in a single skill. Silhouette of 0. Wound threshold is its brawn +3, and strain threshold is willpower +2. Its encumbrance is equal to brawn +1.
Okay.
So that is both its encumbrance in terms of if you're wanting to carry it, how much it's going to weigh, but also how much it can carry itself.
What's it look like? Just a gun on a stick or something?
No, it's pretty much just a gun with a little AI, little monitor jutting out from the side. That'll basically auto aim.
And then the other thing we do here is see how the exchange rate adjusts. There we go, -4. So that puts us in that range. There we go. So your exchange rate. Now it's basically. I couldn't find a way to get rid of decimal points if you look into your group sheet under economy. So even though it says 10 naquitograms can purchase 909 point etc. With Earth currency, get rid of all the decimal places. I couldn't find a way to get the code to accept no decimal places for this. And yeah, while you're in the SGC, you've also got the opportunity, if you're wanting to buy naquitograms or with your EC, you can do that. If you're wanting to do the reverse with, buying Earth credits or currency with Naquita, you can do that as well at the moment.
Sure, I think I'll get Naquita for Earth currency. Anyway.
So yeah, in that group sheet you can see its current exchange rate.
Okay, so 909 Earth credits will get 10 naquitograms.
Yeah, or if you look just to the left of it, it'll say 1,000 Earth credits will get you 11 naquitograms. So it gives you both readouts. So you can tell exactly.
I don't have 1,000. I do have 909 though.
Okay. The other thing you can do is you can, underneath that, you can enter a specific value into enter naquitogram amount or enter Earth credit amount, and it'll do the calculations for you. So you know, I want to trade this much. How much I'll get? How much will I get in return? So you don't even have to look at that part. You can do the specific calculation if you want.
I'm good. I think 10 is what I wanted anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's ready to begin, and let you talk to each other's character about whatever it is that your characters want to discuss at the moment.
What do you think the adventure will be this time?
I hope I get to devour someone again. I'm a bit hungry.
I pull out a yellow cube. Here you go.
No, it's not satisfying enough.
You don't know if you don't try it.
Fair enough.
Can I roll to see how good that tastes?
Yeah.
I'll just make it average, I guess.
Yeah. Give
Cooking.
me an average cooking roll.
Oh yeah.
Getting lots of echoes, by the way.
Somebody might not have.
Yeah, someone might not have
it's-
muted themselves
yeah.
in.
Make sure your roll 20 is muted. I have it.
Yeah,
I have it off, but
I have it off
I
automatically.
just muted mine. Is it fine now?
yeah, disable your roll 20 voice chat.
Yeah, I did. Is it working?
Yeah,
It's
I
better.
don't know. It should be.
I mean, I have it
muted.
fine, but yeah, you're good.
So there's 2 bits in the settings on Roll20. There's I want to broadcast
Okay, it might have
to
been me.
others and I want to receive from others. So I have mine set so that I'm only ever receiving video and I'm broadcasting absolutely nothing through Roll20.
Alright, I just set both that nothing. Some stuff mine got reset, so.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
That's fine. Right. So. What? Oh, there it is. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
all
you make
summoned.
people cute to the Wraith.
If you're done chatting to each other, then you're all getting summoned down into General Carter's briefing room there. And she comes forth and
So, as you know, last time when you went to Talos site, Zal brought back a tablet full of information downloaded from their computers, from the Gold systems. Before I let you know what we found among that data, I'd like to introduce you to the newest member of your unit, Onyx.
Howdy.
He just nods.
He will be joining
Quite a
you
talker.
from here out. And now, as for the information downloaded, it seems that one among the many Goa'uld scientists who were working on that project was Pelops. If that name seems familiar to you, the reason might be because during the early days of SG-1 we encountered a world in which the local population had 100 days in which they would be born, grow up, reach old age before dying due to nanites in their bloodstream. Now, it's not the only one of Pelops' experiments we've come across over time, as some other SG teams over the years have discovered that Pelops was the one who invented the Jafar in the first place, along with a number of other experiments we've come across, including the one that we're about to send you to check up on. Now, SG3 went there many years ago and were the first to encounter them. Unlike other experiments, this one did not seem to be detrimental at all, however. The people of the planet call it Piolus, and the experiments seem to be some sort of artificial genetic memory. Using nanites in their bloodstreams, parents would pass on all knowledge that acquired during their life to their offspring, who would be born with that knowledge, and then any knowledge they themselves accumulated would add to it for the next generation. Because this had no detrimental side effects, SG3 and subsequent diplomatic teams were unable to convince the locals that Pelops was not a god. And so it's very likely they still worship him. Even upon returning after the defeat of the Goa'uld, no one was able to convince them otherwise. Last we saw, they had a small village near to the what we can only assume is ocean on that planet, some distance from the gate. Should be from where the gate is, you should head east to find the village. So I'm sending you there because if Pelops is involved in this new replicator program, it is possible that he has returned to some sort of previous experiments he's had, and even if he hasn't, gaining as much information about him as we can is still advantageous to us. So your mission is to go there and learn whatever you can about Piolus, where he might be now, and possibly if he has some sort of lab hidden there as well, like he did on Talos site.
Oh yes, just convince the locals who are on his side that he's a bad guy.
I doubt it's going to be possible, but it's always worth a try. That said, remember they do have genetic memories, so maybe on this occasion do not wear SGC patches because they may not take kindly to visitors they believe will try and convince them that their god is false, at least initially. So don't wear any identifying marks of the SGC for now. I doubt they've ever seen Wraith or Asgard, so you shouldn't have an issue on that front.
If only we had somebody that could pose as a Goa'uld. This would be so much easier.
Yeah, I know, right?
Along with that, keep in mind you may end up visiting this planet again in future, so try not to infuriate too many people, as you don't want them to pass on the knowledge to anyone else.
I'll look at Steve.
Why are you looking at me?
Maybe we should get a snack before we go.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yes.
Of the non organic variety.
No.
I should say
It's been a
non-sentient.
week. I'm starving.
That's your problem.
If it gets too bad, it'll be our problem.
So, if you're
It is-
needing
it is
sustenance,
still your
Steve,
problem.
we can provide you with the feeding supplement. But as you know, there is to be no feeding on people here.
Oh, I like how you said here. That means off-world, yes.
Steve, you don't really keep your cards to yourself, do you?
What are cards?
Steve just shrugs his head.
Give the feeding supplement to Zhao so he can cook up something special for Steve.
No,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
It would not sustain me.
That's what you think now.
Wait till you taste this cube.
Yeah, feeding
With supplement in.
Is a tritonin-based sort of thing. It's if you look in the playable races, it does actually state it there under or in the traits list as well, under hunger. On the wraith, it should give you information on it. But basically, with a wraith, the trait hunger, if you don't feed on a life form for more than 15 days, or you've been more than 10 days since your last feeding supplement, you start to feel the effects of hunger. So it's currently 9 days since you last fed, so you've still got 6 days in theory before you have to again.
Let's take that supplement just in case.
Now we'll go on a mission.
Yes, we're trying to win over the populace here. I'm sure feeding is going to go over great.
Right. So with that,
What's speeding?
General Carter dismisses you, and you know that your scheduled time to leave is within the next hour. So if there's anything else you had to do before leaving, you can
Team,
do that.
can we have a quick meeting in like a secure briefing room? I would like to share something that might be important to the mission.
I can send
Sure.
you to a secure briefing.
Are we in a secure briefing room?
Yeah, while this I'm assuming has recorders and cameras and whatnot.
Everywhere you have recorders and cameras. Don't kill yourself.
Anyway, I just want the higher ups already know, and like if you report this is already reported. But and I don't like to disclose this, but I am a Goa'uld.
What?
So
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yep, yeah. Some of you already knew, but I felt like being at this point, being completely honest is probably the best course of action. Everyone say hi, hello. You've been talking to Zhao because I'm the talker. The host body is more of a thinker. He doesn't really like to say much. But I assure you, and you can look up the records, 100% voluntary.
I've never fed on a gold before.
I like how you always think about food, but I also don't.
For the record, you did. Last session, you fed on the gold scientist.
Oh,
Yeah, he was grilled. By the way, I may look like Gould, but I'm actually a Tok'ra. And my host body doesn't talk a lot either. But we generally are on one mind of most things.
We are similar in that regard. At in a higher pitched voice, you guys hear, "Hi, what's up? I don't like to talk much."
well, you should have made it like a different accent. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody. Just want to say hello. I like to do the thinking stuff. No, I do like cooking, but
Why do you sound like a little
alright,
girl?
bye-bye. Yeah, there's a reason why he doesn't like to talk much.
So wait, you both like cooking?
Yeah, he is more of the science. He's more of the baking, and I'm more of cooking. If that makes any sense, if you know the difference. I'm more of the art. He's into the of it.
My host is actually good at sneaking around. Anyways, before we go, is it possible for me to buy a ribbon device? Since that would actually help me passing as I go old.
I don't think. Do we have the funds for that?
I do
Can we even
now.
find that?
I don't know if we can find one here, but I do have the funds now, just barely.
As far as I know, ribbon device is restricted for.
Not for Naquita.
No, but while you're here, you're buying things in EC.
Oh, okay.
So if you're wanting to buy a ribbon device here, you're basically doing a check according to difficulty. So give me a moment and I'll give you the precise one that it is.
Also just noticed it used skill discipline, which is not good.
Okay, so in terms
Can I use
of
cunning for that anyways?
sorry,
I just noticed that it uses skill discipline,
yes,
which is different.
It does.
Kind
use
of bad
this
for
one.
me, but I still kind of want it for the mission for looks.
Right. Well, if you're trying to buy it in EC, you first need to do a check to see if you can acquire it.
I don't have the EC for it.
Okay. So, well, then you might go looking on the planet or something like that, because you can always...
Okay. There's no fake ones I can get.
I mean, you can ask someone to try and build one if you want. It won't do much.
Zhao?
I'm literally a ghoul. I don't think we need
Okay.
a disguise. Well, if we do need, if they don't believe us, I don't think a fake stick is going to help very much.
You can always put a voice on as well. If you're Toker, you can pretty much masquerade as one fairly
Yeah.
easily.
I'm sure I can fake it.
Fake it till we make it.
Okay, so is everyone ready to proceed on the mission, or did you want to do something else?
Everyone fully stocked up and ready to rock and roll.
Let's
I
move.
think I'm good.
I say, are you guys ready to rock? He looks at Onyx and roll.
Yeah, so proceed to the elevator when you're ready to go.
Are we in the elevator?
I don't think so. Oh, never
Isn't
mind.
this-
Apparently you've got lots of your characters there.
Oh.
I just realized apparently we were hanging out in the elevator with the two people who left.
I mean,
They're just
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of maps, map management.
I went the long way. I didn't teleport through walls.
not
Was all a
quite.
lie.
Yeah, and once you're all in the
Zhao,
elevator,
get
I'll
over
move
here
you
with your
down
tiny
to...
little legs.
What are walls but doors that haven't been made yet?
Exactly.
Sounds like I want a tank would say.
Ah, there's the
Just
button.
gonna sit on.
Forcer. Yeah, so when you're... Now that they're just about ready to open the gate for you, rather than going through the whole chevron encoding sequence.
Could I quickly, before we go, could I quickly try and memorize the sequence to this location?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
All right.
So the sequence for this one is if I can find it quickly.
I wonder if Steve and or Onyx can carry one of these guns.
Should be in there. There we go.
No.
So the sequence is oops, that's the first three. I didn't mean to press enter there.
Where do you find the sequences again? Where is that
so
noted?
in quick reference, scroll up a little bit and you'll find what letter it's attached to along on a keyboard, along with what the actual symbol is.
Like on the character sheet. Like where do I write that down?
Oh, it should be
inventory
in inventory down the bottom there.
Oh, out of inventory. Okay, I was looking for which tab. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, and so the planet name is Piolus, which is with the designation of P7X454.
Okay.
By
Well,
the way,
that's cool.
Onyx, what are your capabilities?
Sorry.
What are your capabilities?
He is wearing dark, shady clothes, armor to some minor degree. He doesn't make much sound when he walks, and he's walking with generic AK-74 because that's what was given to him.
So back from that.
And then shit went loose.
And what?
No, I was just commenting on the sound. Don't worry.
Okay. All right, let's move out.
I will never get used to this.
Gate travel?
The way the warp feels, this gate feels.
Guards usually go by ship, don't they?
Yep. Ooh, this place looks nice.
Define nice.
Not a pile of shit.
Define shit.
Excrement that leaves the human bowel system.
Not familiar with it.
To Asgard shit?
Yes.
Yeah, so you
No,
you
they
appear
take it out of them.
in what appears to be some sort of town centre. Remember, your briefing said that the village was some distance from the gate towards the
They've moved the gate.
coast.
Or they built more of a village? Or we got the wrong address?
Yeah, I said we had to go east. Well, we
Are there
had
any
the
people
right.
around?
How easy does how hard would it be to move the gate?
Pick it up and go.
Like, would that affect the mechanism of it at all?
Mm,
I guess not, because SG1 had to move it into that fluid
yeah,
all the
I mean,
way.
you could move a
Yes.
gate. It just weighs several
Yeah.
tons. You need a crane or something.
Well, first thing, I memorized the coordinates. So, is there any way I can check to see if the coordinates are accurate?
I mean, not really. You can only make sure that they dialed the right place. In terms of something diverting you is more something you have to check from the dialing side. The gate's still
You
active
can
at the
maybe
moment,
look at
so-
the DHD and see if the point of origin symbol is right.
If I had more information, I could map the stars and see if we're in the relatively same
That's a-
place. But
Astrocartography check if someone wants to try that.
how? This is like a medieval time. Is there like a lot of light pollution? Would it be easy to see the stars to do that?
I mean, you're at
I mean-
daytime, so it's not going to be the
Okay.
easiest thing to map the stars right now.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't sure what time we were in. Yeah.
Charles,
So
stop looking at the sun.
I'll be able to check later tonight. Well, I wonder how long that'll be here.
I mean, in all technicality, you've still got the gate open, so if you want to radio back for anything, you can.
Oh, yeah.
We
I'll
can
radio
press.
back. Stargate Command, can you confirm we got the right address? We are in a town.
What do you mean you're in a town?
Like, we just came out of the gate and we're in like a town square.
Onyx will send visuals.
We dialed Piolus. As far as we can tell, this appears to be the right address. I don't understand why you would be in a town.
I mean, either the gate was moved or they built around it, maybe? Does this, like, does the stuff around here look old or, like, newly built?
You can see kind of a mixture of the two.
Okay.
If someone
The
wants
gate
to
was
give
probably
me some
new.
sort of check,
How
society
many
check.
years? How many years ago was the last SG team sent?
It was like 6, wasn't it?
You got told that they came by just after the fall of the Goa'uld, so that finished. They disappeared in, I think it was 2004. Yeah, 2004,
That's a long time.
2005 was when they finally fell.
15 years is enough to build a town.
I guess so.
What? I'll read that society. What's the difficulty for that society check?
Just an average one. If you depends on what you're trying to find out. Actually, if you're trying to work out if how old this is, that sort of thing, whether this is new architecture or old stuff, it'd be average. If you want something else out of it, then the difficulty might change.
Well, I failed. Somehow.
Yeah, so you don't know how old it is. You know it matches the sort of architecture you'd expect to be on a planet that is serving a god using the Greco-Roman sort of look. So it is definitely Greco-Roman architecture.
I wonder if the cooking is similar as well. We shall find out. Let's move forward.
Speaking
No.
of, is that statue of what's his name?
Asshole.
The statue appears to be of a warrior of some kind.
Is this a map here?
It is what you can see in front of you is indeed what appears to be some sort of town map.
Does it have a "you are here"?
Not exactly, but here's what you can see when you look at it.
Oh.
That's huge.
part
This
of the
is fairly
description you were
advanced for
given
a town.
before, in terms of where the Stargate is, you were told that you would have to head east. You also, if someone looked at the information earlier, I'll have someone give me just a easy warfare check, and we'll see how much information you looked up after being told about this place.
Oh yeah, I have warfare now.
Would you like to? Can I help? Because I have 4 ranks, 4 green die.
Sure.
How many ranks do you have?
I have 1 rank.
All right, that's better than no ranks.
So, would it be 1 rank with 4 green die or 3 green die?
Mm-hmm. 1 yellow with 3 green.
Yeah, so you didn't really notice where the gate was positioned precisely, but looking at this map, for that much advantage, I'll give you some information. You would say that the village that was described to you before would be the part of this map that looks like it's called the Warrens, the bit that's more clustered very close to the water.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, that they just constructed more. Rapid growth here.
Let's go and check with locals, see what's going on.
Speaking of which, where are the locals?
So around you, you can see a lot of different people wandering around, and
They totally blanked us when we just went through the gate.
so some of them sort of watched you and then just continued going about their business. But yeah, they're basically there's a bunch walking around you. It's just dropping down dozens of tokens for locals is somewhat annoying. But I'll put them in if you're looking for to talk to anyone specifically. So you can flag down people, but there's quite a few locals around you.
I'm going to just chat with a few of them and establish what language they speak.
Obviously, yours.
I'm going to check that. They
Right.
speak Goa'uld. If I approach somebody and start speaking the Goa'uld language, they like respond like, "Hello, what's up?" But in Goa'uld.
Yeah. So you approach someone. So I'll drop in a few here now, and you can go where you want to go. Yeah, so you walk up to that individual there, and he says something to you. Give me a xenolinguistics check. We'll see. Be an average.
Xenolinguistics. My arch enemy.
Okay. Yeah, what he's speaking is some combination between what you can pick to be ancient Greek and Goa'uld. But he basically says to you, hello, what is it you want?
Well, I just wanted to say hi. Nice weather there. Nice weather here.
Yes, you come through the Circle of the Gods.
Ah, yes. Glory to the gods.
Yeah.
Presby Pelops.
All right.
Uh,
I'm going to go back. All right. Well, Gould's presence is strong. What's our game plan here? We got to investigate.
Assassination.
so
Would they be friendly to other gods that are not Pelops?
someone give me a hard perception check.
I can do perception. I'm not sure how to make it hard, but I can
So
just
up
click
the
it.
up the top of your character sheet is a bit that says dice pool, and there's a
Uh-huh.
different. So hard is 3 purples. So if you make the purple number 3, and then click off of it for the sheet to register you've changed it,
Yeah.
and then you can
Like
roll
that.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
That was me.
And then I'm rolling my skill.
Yes.
Yep. So you add the purple die because that's what you're rolling against, and then you click on the skill. Roll. Yep.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. So you don't pick up on anything much. What you notice around you is that there's quite a few people here. What Lilith picks up on though, noticing all these people here is take a strain, but Onyx, you notice that some of these people are wearing some sort of armor and carrying staff weapons. Others just seem to be locals going about their business. There appears to be some sort of building that they're coming in and out of around here, a bit more than any of the others. And what Lilith picks up on, though, is something that you find slightly bizarre. You haven't seen any children, despite the fact there are dozens of people walking around.
This doesn't bode well.
Maybe it's just a school day.
Well, they're carrying around lots of weapons. We see lots of people. This is enemy territory. We know that they've been. There's been rumors that these guys have been with the replicators. These guys are carrying weapons everywhere. They might be preparing for war. This might be a battle zone or a. Let's go to the building. Assuming you said where the building. You point out the building where they're all coming
Yeah,
from.
I'll lead you guys to the building that they're all going in and out of.
We'll head there.
Just pretend like they belong.
Yeah, so the one they're all coming in and out of is the one up here. They're not all going in and out of that, just that's the more common one that people are coming out of.
Also, if anyone wants to pick up a staff weapon, keep your eyes out here.
Yeah, so the entrance is over here.
They're looking through the windows.
That's exactly what I'm doing. Yes. Make me sound
I
smarter.
thought it was small for an entrance that lots of people are going in and out of.
Yeah, so as you come through the front door, the person behind the desk speaking this old Greek dialect, so if someone else wants to see if they understand it, they can give me the same xenolinguistics roll that Zhao did. The average.
By the
I
way,
don't think this language has been programmed in my memory.
Yeah.
how much like for us and I'm assuming Lilith will wants to know too, how much like Goa'uld symbiote presence do we feel around us? Is it like a lot?
You felt some.
like-
It's you'd judge off of the number of people that are walking around that somewhere close to about 20% of them probably have symbiotes of some kind.
Okay.
Guessing it's probably probably Jaffa, maybe.
I guess that would register.
You've also noticed that not all
Oh,
of
no.
them, but a large majority of them have tattoos on their heads. Showing the symbol that's there, the symbol of Pelops inside a nonagon.
Ooh, inside a nonagon, that's not good.
What does that mean?
Remember the last guy? He had his symbol inside a nonagon too.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I thought of just after we stepped through the gate that I should have put my symbol on your guys' foreheads. But oh well.
I am a Gould. I don't need symbols on my forehead. And one of us is an android.
So I can't.
One of us is an android. One of us is Gould. There's only one. One of us is a wraith. So it's like
Always hungry.
Yeah, Lilith take 2 strain. You try and understand them, but there's a little bit too much ancient Greek mixed in there for you to quite pick up on it. You know, you get the occasional word that you understand because it's closer to Goa'uld, but the majority of it seems to be ancient Greek.
What's Steve's secret? He's always hungry.
Yeah, so if Steve and Onyx want to give
Many
me
of
that
us tell
average xenolinguistics check to see if you understand the language, or if it's just
I'm not even trying.
Okay.
I wasn't built for languages.
Okay. Yeah, so the person behind the desk basically says to you all, and the only one who's understanding it right now is Zal, welcome to our local armory and supply depot. I assume you're here on business for the Lord Pelops.
Onyx nods. Because he nods.
Lilith also smiles and nods, pretending to
Understand.
it.
We all look around and then we all just start nodding.
And then I glance to Zal like, hmm?
Oh yes, we do have business with Lord Piolus.
Very good. What is it precisely that you're here to find, collect, or purchase for our great lord?
Uh,
Or are you here to hand over some of the goods that you have scoured from other places?
not good so much as knowledge.
Knowledge, yes. Our great lord does love knowledge. Though I imagine he already knows everything that you wish to offer, but our people will certainly benefit from it.
I'll say that he has more. He has more Goa'uld survivor allies that he has not met.
He has more allies. Very well.
Yeah. Just wanted to drop off that piece of tidbit of information. With that, I will bid you adieu.
Very well.
and I will leave the building.
Okay.
I will follow, hoping that Zhao handled that well.
Have people forgotten to increase their encumbrance by the gear they're carrying or something? Given that I think Zhao is carrying a new sentient gun and
Well,
assume
it
that
carries. It has a
like
thing of like weight of like 4 with it carrying itself, so that's like weight of 2,
well, it doesn't
and
carry
that's like
itself. You're still carrying it. It's
okay, so that's a weight of 4.
yeah.
Well, I'd be massively encumbered if I took that.
Is it a weight of 4? Hang on. Shouldn't
Yep.
it be
Well, are we including the weapon itself
brawn
in
plus
that?
1?
Are we are we including the how are we including the weapon? Because the drone is the brawn plus 1, but the weapon itself is a encumbrance of 4.
Yeah, so you'd add the weapons encumbrance to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That is a heavy weapon.
I mean, it is a rifle.
Your encumbrance should be a little higher than what you're showing.
Isn't it your brawn plus?
Plus 5?
Oh, that's for my brawn plus 5, so it's 6.
Yep.
Okay. I actually think that's equivalent. Because my armor is not reduced by 3 when you wear it, so.
It should be. All armor should be reduced by 3.
Yep, so that's I don't really have anything other than that armor.
Okay. Yeah, so you've left the yeah, so from your investigation there and talking to her, you can assume that this is basically the trading post of the planet for those coming and going through the Stargate.
Let's see how can we approach this? If we can try and approach as help, but that would be helping the enemy. The more we talk with these guys, the more risk we take in revealing ourselves. We know nothing about this place. We can wander around, but
Yeah, let's wander around and talk. So,
all right. I just don't know how to talk because I can't really say much without revealing.
I mean, wander and talk with each other.
Is Steve just hanging out by the gate indefinitely?
Looks like
I
it.
didn't see you guys move.
You have to call Steve to get him to follow.
Hello?
Steve.
Yes. You have
Yes.
summoned me.
All right. Let's see. Let's look back at that map. All right.
Town, see if they're just like
All right. So if our objective is to find out information, where would we go?
Depending on what information you want.
Are we in Deliver Square? Is that where we are? No, that's Delver Square. Sorry.
If you want to give
I
me
cannot read.
a society check, be hard, I will give you the answer to that if you succeed.
All right. I will do that. One thing we can do is we can go to probably like Midtown or the Guildsman district and try and find the seedier elements and find like a rebel faction or a criminal faction that
No, sorry,
can
it would be astrocartography, not society, because it's mapping. Or survival. Astrocartography or survival, both are fine, but it's a hard check.
For what?
To work out if the question that was asked, Delver's Square, if that's where you are.
Survival. I can do that.
I also have survival. Do you have any ranks in survival?
Yeah.
I have 4 cunning, so we could
Oh, okay.
work together.
Yeah, you can work it together.
I don't know how system works just yet, so I'm
That's
just,
okay. So if you work
Yeah,
together
okay.
on it, the person who has ranks in it, the person who has the highest ranks lends their skill to the person who's got the higher cunning. So the way it would work is,
I added my green to his roll.
yes. So it's an assisted check in that case. So that's basically what happens. So yeah. So the two of you working together using the information that you each have determine that you are in fact in Delver's Square.
All right. Let's go to the Guildsman district and see if we can't see any big projects that are being done.
Yeah. So
I
you,
feel. Oh, sorry.
yeah, if you're wanting to head off over that direction, is there anything in particular you're looking for, or just?
I want to kind of like chat with the locals and kind of suss out depending on what if it's like an upscale district of like the nobility and like not shady, then just see what like if there's any like big public projects that are being done in the city, like the goings on of the city, just rumors. But if it's the shadier variety, if it's like back alleys and whatnot, then try and get into contact with some criminal elements.
Right.
Docks usually have shady people.
Depending on like, because if you're in a high nobility area, then getting into the shady, it's going to be not as effective. Depending on what we find in the Guildsman district, essentially. The Warrens might also be the hive of scum and villainy, just off of the map and name.
So yeah, let's just kind of like go for a walk around town. Start with the Guildsman's district, just to see if there's people like carrying weapons and a lack of children everywhere, or if it's just around
Here.
Yeah. So as you head off towards the Guildsman district, you sort of come across this sort of area down there. Now, if someone's sort of taken a picture of the map or something like that, then you're not having to continually go back to the pedestal for it, at least.
Does anybody have anything to take a picture of the
From
map?
I
memory,
mean,
you're still
Onyx is a robot. He might have photographic memory of some kind.
That seems.
Oh yeah.
Give me a what sort of check would it be? Probably a survival check, easy survival check to see if you've photographed it
So
properly.
that I'm going against one purple. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. See, you're
So-
already picking up on it.
I'm getting there. Yes, I explored a lot of systems. So
Can I help him again?
Not for this one. This is a
Okay.
determination as if he's got a photographic memory, basically.
oh come on.
Apparently not when it comes to this map.
Or maybe he does, but he can't describe it at all, so it's
I
pointless.
mean, he doesn't talk much, so there's that.
Maybe he has a photograph of money, but he can't communicate it with us.
Mm.
He's like a very bad GPS. Turn left.
Turn left. Turn left.
Wrong left. Other left.
You're telling me to go in the ocean. Keep going. Go straight.
You have reached your destination.
Okay.
Turn left. In 500
Yeah,
meters.
I mean, you've still got a Zhao carrying a tablet from last time, so you could, in
Oh, yeah.
technicality, take a picture with that.
I do have the tablet.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, I will do that. So I have to make a check for that? Just take a picture?
Just an easy computers check.
Also, as being someone from Earth in the year 2020, would I have a smartphone on me?
It's not unlikely. I will let you have a smartphone for now, and then you can deal with purchasing it later.
I too will take a picture.
Okay.
Which one is computer skills under?
Computers.
Should be under
Science?
science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was a computer skill.
There is,
Oh yeah.
but it's under the science tab. Oh my gosh.
We're so good at getting
Apparently-
advantage, but not success.
Yeah. Apparently you didn't take a picture, or you did, and it's so blurry it's useless.
There we go.
You're missing the difficulty, so just roll one purple on its own.
I fucking swear, if there's two failures on that.
That happened twice in a row on the survival check and computers check. 2 failures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Lilith remembered to take a picture of it, and it's pretty clear. What you have there is a picture of this particular map. It's so judging off of where you think you've walked to, you suspect that you're currently down in the Guildsman district, sort of near to the major crossroads, near the center of the map. So the largish building there, near the crossroads, just to the west of the crossroads.
Gentlemen, we are at the crossroads.
There are always crossroads.
So it's probably not able to be read particularly easily at the moment. But the street that it's called is Smith Street.
You say Smith?
Yeah, Smith.
Like
Smith.
blacksmith.
Yeah.
Can I look around? What is the what do I get the feeling of socioeconomic status of? Are they wearing rags? Do they look relatively well off? Does it look better or worse? Does the town look shabbier or more high class than the Delver Square? Like, what kind of feel am I getting?
This
Can I make
is
like a
very
society
much
check?
the trades area. This is very strongly towards those that are, working with metals, be it building weapons, armor. They're
Industrial.
also, there's a bit of industry here. There's also like tailors and other bits and pieces along that sort of nature. It's basically where you've got the various trades where they're crafting or making various things in this area. Along with a bunch of housing nearby as well, which you assume is housing owned by the people who are working around this area. But there's loads and loads of different stores and shop fronts and factories and just about anything else along that sort of line of things.
One thing I am curious about is that the Goat will typically keep their subjects in like a caveman technology level, correct? This seems more advanced.
Classical era? Yeah.
Yeah,
Not far from a cave.
seems somewhat more advanced. Maybe they're learning from their mistakes.
They didn't make mistakes. Human meddled.
Where are we on the map, by the way?
Right now?
Yeah, like on this map, like which area are we up here? Here, here.
Oh, you mean when you've walked into this area?
Yeah.
So Smith Street is this actual path road down the very bottom of it.
Okay, so. Alright, so there's a bunch of. Alright, what is our game plan? Do we want to talk more here? Do we want to explore the city more? What is our game plan? Kind of so big.
Rumors. Listen for rumors. Ask for rumors.
Due to someone
Ooh.
determining it, I've just shared the map in Discord with the with an indication of where the Stargate is.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go around, talk to the locals, and to the random over here. Ooh, you know where we should go? We should search out for the tavern where there's a blacksmith. There's always a tavern.
Yeah,
Let's
if you're
go
wanting
and
to
find
go
the
to
tavern.
the nearby tavern, it's there are some signs around, so it's not too hard to find, but it's just down the road a little bit. So this one, it's the very center of the map where the road is.
All right. So, bartender, what's been happening in this neck of the woods?
Well, recently, we've just been doubling up on our production line of things and making sure that everyone is regularly having children to prepare for the Lord's army.
Something special coming up? Any particular reason, or just general preparedness?
Our great Lord ordered it so, of course. Why do you not know this?
Oh, we are travelers.
Travelers. Where do you travel from?
Here and there. Do I sense a symbiote in nearby?
Definitely. Just not necessarily from the bartender.
Doesn't really work if we're right
As-
next to each other.
As a Goa'uld, how much do they like? Can I roll like a society? Because I'm as a Goa'uld, I would know. How much do they like respect other Goa'ulds? Like, how much do they know and respect? Can I roll a society check to
Have
see
you
what?
watched the TV show?
No, I haven't. This is why I'm asking.
Oh, okay.
It kind of depends on the Goa'uld.
Yeah, I've watched like 5 episodes so far.
Ask all. Well, you have a lot of homework to do because the show is amazing.
It is good, but like it's
Yeah,
a
I've
lot.
been rewatching it.
Yeah, there's like low tier Goa'ulds and high tier Goa'ulds. So some do, some don't. But usually the low tier Goa'ulds are like subservients of the high tier ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you might be able to convince them that I'm like a lower tier Goa'uld that's offering my service, or that you are.
Yeah.
But
If
But
I
these guys
was
are far though. Sorry, you go.
what were you about to say?
I was gonna say if these guys are far, then regardless, they're just gonna like think you're a god. But if they're an actual Goa'uld, like a host, then it's a different story.
I'll just say to the bartender, I'm just a wary traveler. But hypothetically, if a lesser Goa'uld was willing to offer his service to the Great Lord, where would he go? Where should he go to help out?
Give me a some sort of social check. Probably deception.
It is deception, but it's also my worst one.
I really want to help with them, but I'm not sure I can fully understand the conversation.
I can look really scary and help.
Oh,
Yeah, can I
Very
help them
multiple.
by looking like a Goa'uld?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can always speak with the voice. If you do that, I'll give you a boost for it.
ooh, can I do? I can do that.
Yep.
But I want to
Where
help
could I
so you can-
find?
so you can use my deception.
Okay, yes. Where can we find?
If Lilith wants to give me just an easy xenolinguistics check right now, just so that you don't understand their particular dialect, but if you want to speak in straight Goa'uld, give me a easy xenolinguistics check. If you pass it, then the people around you speak that as well as what they're currently speaking.
Nice.
So if you start
Cool.
speaking in just regular Goa'uld, then they'll understand you in the very least.
Take it away, Lilith.
So I will speak in the voice and say,
Pretty much be arrogant as well.
I'm Lilith. I am looking to make a deal with your great god, Piolus.
So the bartender starts speaking in regular Goa'uld, and says, "My apologies. If
I
you
probably need
wish
more
to join the ranks of Al Goa'uld, you will find quite a few of those like yourself around here. If you wish to, if you believe yourself to be of greater service than standard minions, as it were. You can head to Old Town, up on the hill, and they have the government house up there. I believe they may be able to assist you.
Agreed.
Do
Come.
you know your way around, or would you like directions?
I do not need help.
Very well.
I'll walk out and command the others to follow.
Right. Yeah. So this is not loading for some reason.
So let's check this out up on the hill.
Uh, yeah. So where are you trying to head?
Old Town, the place he just said. So go towards.
Yeah. So he set up on the hill. So you know that based on the current landscape, you know that walking towards the coastline is actually heading downhill.
So we have to go east, northeast.
West.
Yes, sorry. My brain. Need more coffee.
Yeah, so as you head west, you find that the town starts changing somewhat significantly in terms of appearance. So as you keep heading west, you enter into what appears to be some major market district. And then nearish to there, you can see a cliffside with a fairly substantial ramp that a road is running up onto it. And up there, you can, before you head up there, you seem to see a lot more town, which is it looks a little older than the rest of the buildings you've been to so far.
Should we explore?
Sure.
All right, we'll head in. I'm assuming it's this one.
Which one, sorry? Oh, you're still on that map, right? Yeah, so you've wandered quite a ways. So with this hill sort of in front of you, um, you know, it doesn't take long for you to realize you're no longer on the map that you've collected, and you're still inside this city.
This city
You've
is
headed far
massive.
enough west that you're no longer on your map. So if you're trying to find this place, you're basically working off directions at this point.
All right, let's head up the hill.
Well, I mean, that's easy. We should look for the biggest, meanest, tallest, hugest, most overcompensating building we can see.
I like how you think.
Slash the one on top of the hill.
Yeah, castle, tower, pyramid, anything huge. Humongous.
Right. So as you head this sort of way, you can see a few things that sort of match that description. You see something that looks similar to some sort of Colosseum-looking thing. There's you can see up another cliffside with a more narrow path, a lot of rich-looking buildings, but in this particular area you can see, as you continue along, you're currently on something called the Emperor's Road, and you think you see directions to Government House. So as you continue...
By the way, as we're walking through town, do most of the people look like similar to each other? Like they're related, or does it look more like they came from all over the galaxy?
There's quite a variety of people, but you do notice similarities between the large majority of them. But there's I say the large majority of them. It's like you're observing, give or take, 50 different families, but just loads and loads of generations of them in terms of appearance. There could be more than that, but you're observing repeated families, sort of, in terms of appearance.
Okay. So it seems like maybe Pelops used accelerated aging on these people to get the population up so fast.
If he had access to that technology, that would explain. It's also worrying. It means he starts to plan a war.
Yeah, I mean, he does, doesn't he? Because of the one experiment, the SG-1 team.
Yeah. I mean, that's what was being done on that planet during that particular experiment from the episode. He was attempting to see what would happen if you accelerated to a point of causing him to go through multiple generations to see what the next evolution after human would be. But, as was shown by SG-1, by preventing it by stopping the nanites, it is possible to stop the growth at a certain age so that, it basically peaks, ages them quickly, and then peaks. Because that's what they did to save O'Neill and the rest of the people there. So
yeah,
if they
so
could
that
do it.
is pretty scary that he's able to raise up children in like a week.
And then keep them as adults for foreseeable future. That's scary shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's the biggest breeding factory for war.
Go on here and see what their plans are.
Okay. So you find this government house here. You can hear inside what sounds like some sort of loud, sort of yelling and chanting, and it doesn't take too long to sort of figure out that what you're probably hearing is some sort of celebration.
Hmm. All right, well, let's go in and join the celebration. Be able to slip in pretty easy if there's that many people.
Yeah, so you head inside and find yourself in the main halls of the place. And there's basically some giant feast with some people sort of throwing food back and forth. There's some people on this stage playing music. There's yep. There's a couple of people in a corner that are just having a bit of a fight. And then there's what appears to be a head table with 5 individuals sitting at it. I have no idea where everyone else's tokens are, but that's fine.
Oh, there we go. Let's just place it down. Let's just observe for now.
Chow, there's feasting going on. Do your magic.
Oh yeah. Well, can't really.
Eat.
Don't want to. Don't want to ruffle feathers. I don't know their cuisine or their habits. Also, don't want.
Sounds like you're scared.
I will whip up something afterwards that'll blow your socks off.
Yeah, assuming he's wearing socks.
I will blow your theoretical, hypothetical socks off.
Give them a blue cube.
No. I'm pulling out all the stops. I'll give them a red one.
I don't think they're ready for that.
What's life without risks?
Make some special red cubes for Steve. It's like frozen blood.
Throws a tactical nuke in the middle of the room and runs. Problem solved.
So, I think now would be a good time for the 5 to 10 minute break before you get to talking with the people here. If you want to go grab food or go to the toilet or whatever else, now would be the time to do so.
Yeah, another coffee.
I'm back.
Is anyone hanging around or everyone gone for the break?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. If you want to do a easy perception check.
Da-da. Well, I don't think I will see anything. Why not? Nope.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, if we're all back, then I guess we can continue, and I assume you're wanting to ask some questions or something.
Yeah, I'm planning on hearing this celebration out and just like hearing what the speakers have to say, what's going on.
Okay.
Information gathering mode.
Yeah, so if you're trying to listen in on people's conversation, give me I think that's a stealth check.
Anybody else more adept?
I,
At these?
I can record. I could possibly record the information, but you won't be able to receive it.
I'm a little bit stealthy.
Better than I am. I guarantee it.
I am stealthy, but
I'm not stealthy.
I do not understand the language. So if you want something recorded, I can record it, and you can translate it later.
I like that idea. That's some good thinking.
Yeah.
I could just blend in and have my radio on so you can hear it outside.
And I will record it. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to give me, it'll be, if you're gonna stand in one place, it's gonna make the stealth check harder. If you want to walk around a little bit, make it look like you're trying to mingle while you're doing it, then it'll be an easier stealth check. So it's up to you what way you're gonna try and do it.
Are you sure it's stealth and not deception?
I mean, if Lilith is
If you're
walking
gonna try and
around
mingle,
with
you can roll deception, but
her comms, on, and she's mingling, and I'm just recording what she's broadcasting to us.
okay. I mean, you're walking in and speaking gold, which rather than their language, which as determined before, most of them will probably speak as well. It's just you're switching the attitude if you do that.
Okay, so yes for deception.
Yeah, you can do deception. Make
Okay.
it a average check with a setback. Yeah. So, what is it that you're saying to them?
I'm just in general like celebrating with them, like
Okay.
kind of like listening and repeating what I'm hearing from other people.
Okay. Apparently they're buying it. So some of them get up and slap you on the back. Hold their giant metal cups full of some sort of alcohol up towards you and expecting you to take it from them.
I do.
Do you drink it or
They're
do you
here.
just hold it around? What are you doing?
Yeah. I'll take it, hold it up, and then drink it.
Okay. Give me an easy resilience check. Apparently you can't hold your liquor. You are currently drunk.
Okay.
But
Should
you've
recover,
still
but
got
not
a
really fast.
with the advantage there. You've still got enough where like enough self-awareness to realize that you're drunk and sort of play it up a little bit, but also recognize that if you want to gather information, you should probably stop drinking at this point.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't always do what I should, but I will try.
I think Onyx will be moving behind Lilith as her, say, quote-unquote bodyguard.
So as you're moving around and you're, got your radio on, so I assume Zhao is standing in a corner somewhere so he can listen to all of this.
Yep.
Mm.
Just being not shady.
So some of the information
On-
that's coming through is, they seem to be celebrating and really happy that they're almost ready to meet their lord face to face and serve him in person.
Well, that's not good.
Fantastic. Hooray.
Yay! I need that language and start with my robo brain.
Yeah. They're currently celebrating this whole thing seems to be about the fact that they're ready to join their lord. They hear their lord has a new project that he's working on as well. That some of them, the smarter among them, will get to go and help with. Now, most of these people here, based on their level of their conversation and everything, you would say have some reasonable intelligence, but based on the information you were given before coming here, you would say that that is probably a result of this semi-genetic memory thing that's running through them. But there are definitely some, especially at this table that Lilith is at now, who are significantly smarter than the others.
Yeah, I'll try and get more info on the project if I can without blowing my cover.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
I'm just gonna start asking someone about the project. Like, what does it take to be able to help with it? I want to
Give
be
me
able to
a
help out
hard
the way I
deception
can.
with a setback.
Average.
Hard with a setback.
Is there a way I can do assist?
Do you have any deception skill? Any ranks in it?
Social. I have rank in deception and I have a decent cunning.
If you've got a rank in it, you can do skilled assistance, and I will let Lilith upgrade her deception roll once.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Upgrade.
Okay.
Upgrade.
I will do that. Do I need to roll anything?
It's Lilith that'll do the roll in this case because I think
Okay.
she's got the slightly higher.
Jesus.
I would assume so. Oh,
And
come on.
failure, but so much advantage.
So, yeah, they don't really tell you any more than of what you're looking for, you basically get some of them coming up to you and saying, "Oh, what are you talking about? Of course you know. You wouldn't know if you wouldn't be here if you didn't know about it. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
How much have you drunk?"
Too much.
I like start counting, but then lose track on my fingers.
Yeah, so they just keep celebrating, and you can see up the front there someone wearing some more regal-looking clothing sitting in the middle of the head table, and to either side seem to be uh, individuals who this person has their arm wrapped around.
Gold and his pets.
Possibly, but not Pelops, because they're waiting to meet him.
And the
Mhm.
5 of them that are sitting at that head table, you also notice, do not have tattoos on their forehead. But they are wearing the symbol of Pelops on their clothing.
Even more gold.
And do they look like they might be not from this village?
Give me a hard society check and I'll give you that answer.
Probably not gonna go well, but those things. That
Oh,
what the heck? Why
Well,
can't I
that's a
succeed
good
on my
roll.
deception?
at least you can still read the room.
Yeah.
So you would say that the one in the middle does not look like anyone you've seen around before in terms of physical appearance. So, you know, they might be from here, but you wouldn't say they were from here originally. You also notice that the 2 people, the one on either side of him, also don't quite look like anyone else you've seen here in terms of physical appearance. But they seem really comfortable with this place.
I mean, they are sitting on a fancy table. They own this place.
The other thing you notice is that about this room is that everyone at the tables, both the head table and the 2 banquet tables there, some of them have some similarities to each other here, but they don't look like anyone you've seen in the lower part of the city so far.
Dumble class, genetically engineered. Okay.
Upper caste.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll try and work my way a little towards the head table, assuming that they're not the genetic memory people and that they might be informed about things.
Okay.
So I kind of just want to make my way like naturally over that way so that I can like overhear stuff that people are telling them.
Okay. Yeah, as you head towards the main table, you know, you can see the one in the middle whispering to the people on either side of him. As you get closer, you know, it was somewhat more challenging to tell from a distance due to the type of regal-looking clothing they're wearing. But it seems the one in the center seems to be male in appearance, and then the one on the left side from your perspective also seems to be male, but the one on the right appears more female. It's hard to tell based on what they're wearing though, because it's very ornate, and there seems to be makeup on all three of them.
Okay.
But as you approach closer, that's what you can tell. But yeah, the one in the middle is whispering to the male individual on his left, on his right. Sorry, your left. And you can sort of hear at the head of this table, on either side of you, that they're talking over the top of you at the moment to each other, and let's see. I'm going to run a quick check here. Yeah, so they're not being particularly subtle at the moment. So they're yelling over the top of you. So what do you think of these new mechanical beasties our Lord wants us to work on? Oh yeah, they're interesting. I mean, they fall apart if you shoot them with these projectile things that our Lord gave us to test on them, but he wants to see if we can find a way to remove that weakness. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be possible though, but we'll certainly give it a good go.
Mental note: nuke this place before they can figure that out.
I kind of already done it before you entered.
Yeah, it's rather challenging to hear what the individual in the middle is saying. You notice that that he's a little more rotund than a lot of the others here, though.
It's probably the big honcho.
And
Okay,
oftentimes he's stopping, holding them both to grab a large bite of some sort of animal leg.
Here's kind of a weird question. Does like the tablecloth on the table like hang all the way down? So in other words, like could something be hidden easily under the table?
It hangs quite a ways down, but not all the way. If you're wanting to hide something, it'll be a stealth check.
Okay, I'm trying to look for a place where I could hide my radio to eavesdrop on them.
Okay. Yeah, give me an average stealth check with a setback.
This might go very badly.
Oh, hang on. Before
can-
you do that, I need to do this, otherwise you're going to get too many dice on it. There you go. That should be sorted.
Also, I forget. Can I like use a story point to upgrade it or something?
Yep.
Yes.
That is something you can do.
That's
Okay,
exactly.
I
what
would
she's
like to
looking
do
for.
that because I don't want this to be. Okay, so I'll create it.
Yeah. So you managed to hide this this radio under the table. Take a strain though, because it's you know, in your current drunken state, it's a little bit more challenging to do it without them noticing.
Yeah, I will say like I'm rolling with the I'm drunk thing, and like I'm pretending to kind of like stumble into the table as I do it.
Okay.
I'll be
And
like,
I will
and I'll
pick her up
walk away. Okay.
and walk her off
Okay.
just a little bit outside, so they don't get too much offended, and so she can also sober up outside.
Yeah. So as you walk away, they're speaking the Goa'uld Greek hybrid language at the moment, and Zhao is listening through this radio, and what you hear is the individual speaking to the others a little bit. Um,
It try and find
Piolus will be returning to collect some of us soon, and then we will go join the rest of the Neo-Terracoi in our revival. Deimos is finished on the planet provided to him by Kepri, and it seems that we have somewhat functional prototype of the replicators available to us now. When we start combining our forces, I don't think anyone will be able to stop the rise of the Neo-Terracoi.
Neo-Terracoi.
If you'll excuse me, I have to return to the workshop and prepare for our Lord's return. Our Lord, I'm still not sure why we bow to him, but he is one of the nine.
and with that, the more ornate, rotund individual gets up and walks out. And before long, he's disappeared from your area of perception.
We got some drama in the ranks.
assuming that he went through a private door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
All right, so it's my assumption. It's a good assumption that the people talking are Goa'ulds, right?
Yeah.
And it's also a good assumption that there's some strife or some resentment towards the pious guy, right? The worship him, right?
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what if we come bearing news that that some Goa'ulds are trying to overtake him, spread some nasty rumors, and separate the two, separate them.
Divide and conquer.
Yep. Not sure how effective it could be, but it's why not try?
Sure. Can try that.
Do we have any names?
That you've picked up on.
We
Yeah.
have the name of that organization, the new Terrakoi, I believe. That's about it.
I'll spell
I
it
mean,
for you.
if we
Hello.
had the name of the guy that just left, we could say that the rumor has it he wants to be number one.
Did we overhear his name?
There you go. That's how
Oh.
you spell Neo Terrakoi. Did you overhear the large guy's name? No, I don't believe so, but you could certainly ask around for it.
I don't think we have enough information to turn them against each other right now.
Yeah, that's just
But he said he was going back to his workshop to check on things.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we could find a way to sneak into the workshop.
I
And
like that.
assassinate him.
Or that workshop will have great information on this project.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find another data pad or does somebody do we want to try and how are we gonna track him? He left through a separate exit.
Well, he went to the north. We can try and just loop around, see if there's any other way to get in.
Alright, let's move. Every single time we sit and talking, he's on the move.
Okay.
Let's go. I suggest as we're moving, I suggest though that we send our stealthiest and fastest member to go and try and tail him. Moving as a group is dangerous when you're trying to tail somebody.
I can, I just don't know where to.
Yep. Let's go north and see if we can catch him on the building. If we do, we'll have you tail him.
Actually, I will run outside as we're talking. And can I locate him visually?
No, you cannot currently see him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll kind of go through the building, so kind of go up and check this way, and then come back down, and then go around this way. Does this go outside? Is this like a courtyard or just a hallway?
It's a hallway with large open, those blocks there are like tall pillars. So the bit in between them is very open, and you can see through it down to the other buildings nearby.
Okay, so yeah, let's go out here and then go around.
Yeah, Onyx will just go on the other side and just looking for him.
Are these windows or doors?
This one here is a window.
Kind of going around, peeking in windows, trying to find any indication that there's a workshop or.
So they're windows, but they're windows that have shutters on them. So they can see out into the main area, but they're not necessarily open.
What's in here?
In there, if you head up in there, what you find is a chest. If you're wanting to, I mean, at the moment you're just sort of wandering around. If you're wanting to do anything more than that, and
Yeah, but I'm wandering around. It's a point of elevation as well, by the look of it.
yes,
Can I see him from here?
no.
What's in the chest?
Do you know how to pick a lock?
Don't know. What's the skill for?
Skullduggery.
It's not a class, but I definitely could try it.
Yeah. It'll be a hard skullduggery check.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Can I use my story point?
Yeah, you can use a story point, and that'll give you an upgrade. So up the top there on the left side, you'd add 1 upgrade if you use that.
Which one? Blue, green, yellow?
No, there's a spot that actually says upgrade,
Okay.
and you just add 1 to that.
I will add 1. Can I add more than 1?
You can only add 1 upgrade by spending 1 story point. You can't spend multiple on a single check.
Okay.
Don't spend all our story points on a random chest.
Okay, wish me luck.
Good luck.
No.
You need to spend the story point still.
Hit the button.
Oh.
Button for use story point.
Oh, sorry. Use story point.
There you go. Yeah, so it's challenging, so you take 2 strain, but you manage to get this chest open. And inside you see what appears to be Zat Novotel, and weirdly some sort of lever.
I pocket it. Walk away like nothing ever happened.
Is our robot a kleptomaniac?
No.
You take the
Yet.
Zat
Not yet.
Novotel and leave the lever alone, I'm guessing?
I mean, I take everything what's in the chest and close it.
The lever is sort of stuck to the bottom of the chest.
It's like a fixed lever. Do you
Is
say
it?
anything?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll pull the lever.
Okay. As you pull the lever, you hear a sound, and from Lilith's position, she sees a wall in this tower open.
Okay.
Well, and then he goes like, it wasn't me. But the rest, honestly, come to us, we might have found something. I hate splitting the party, but Onyx goes in. Stealthily.
I'll go in as well. Also stealthily. Did we lose our other people?
Nope, I'm still here. I'm just not moving.
I think we did lose
token.
Steve though.
There's a message here saying he had to go, so we'll see him next week. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you enter this thing, it appears to be a small room, and from what you can tell, you would say that it's some sort of elevator.
Okay. I will show what I found in the chest to the party.
Ooh, very nice. It's much better than the one I have.
Yeah, so the Zat Novtel is what you found in there.
Are you planning on using that, or could I trade you?
I will talk trade later.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you
Very good
inside.
weapon for
If you're
stealth.
inside this elevator, there doesn't appear to be any buttons here, but there does appear to be a little slit,
A little what?
like a little hole, little slit-looking hole thing.
Does it fit the like Nanagan key that I found on the other world, on the other mission?
You can certainly try putting it in.
I will try it.
Yeah, it slides in just fine, and the doors close behind you, and this proceeds to lower you down in the elevator.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So Steve stays behind to sort of guard your exit in case you need it. And yeah, as you proceed down,
Might want to get that new gun ready, Onyx.
The new gun? Do I have the new gun? Or did you mean the new gun?
The new gun, the one that you just found.
Okay. What it stats? Where is it on the PDF?
It's under ranged light. Or it's not on the PDF, it's on the like spreadsheet. If I can copy.
Creation.
There's its stats. I'll put it in the Discord too.
Which one is it? ZG 1, 2, or 3?
it's
He
not,
said it's
a
the
Zat
that
Novtel.
Novtel.
Oh oh wow.
Yeah, so I was looking at him like, wow, that is way better than what I have.
Yeah, that's
I have the
that
ZG2.
that's very good. Is it Zactel new or original? Zactel new, right?
No, it's Zat Novtel.
Oh, still. Jesus.
Okay, be right back. My girlfriend is back. It's in.
Okay.
You know, I probably should have gotten that Zach Novtel for my drone, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, we might be facing replicators, so.
Yeah, that's true.
By the way, I got a short bow for dealing with them.
Well, that's one way to deal with it.
So thought it might be helpful combined with climbing cord.
It's a good thing we both have the new player and the gun, because otherwise you'd be the only one right now being able to fight.
I will just finish here and I'll be with you. Okay.
So as you come out this elevator, you should be able to see at least the portion of the map you're in at the moment.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's move forward. I got my gun ready, primed.
Oh yeah, you got your fancy new gun, so.
Any little red marking indicates a door as well.
What's a female name of Colts?
Of what?
Colleen? Yes, my gun's name now Colleen.
Okay.
Isn't a colt type of horse?
It is. But I was just trying to have like a name to name the gun. It's being punny.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh, that did
Oh.
not lock up. Before you move any further, give me a moment, because that appears to...
Are the doors labeled at all?
You can certainly check that. So the door you're standing next to there seems to indicate that it's some sort of refreshment facility. So, in terms of the gold that you're reading there, so it's the general translation would be bathroom.
This one?
Quarters. More
This one?
quarters. And
More
quarters
quarters?
again.
Okay.
Give them no quarter.
No quarter. Looking for the workshop. Does this store say anything?
That doesn't say anything on it.
Okay.
That might be our goal.
This one?
No general indication, but based on its positioning and everything, you would say that it could very well be something like a lab.
Let's go. Get guns ready.
So next to it is another slit.
Oh, okay. I'll use the key.
Yeah. So you insert the nonagon, and it opens up. And in here you see the gold, who is sitting at the head of the table, along with a few others in here.
Is it the same fat one or just a gold?
It's the larger one that was there before.
Do they see us?
Give me a average stealth check and we'll see. You can work together on this if you want to.
I can help them since I'm behind the door. They can't see me, I can't see them.
Okay.
Okay. I have okay stealth.
Ooh, very good.
Well done. Yeah, so they not only don't see you, but you've got a triumph. What would you like to spend that on?
Hear critical information. Let's
do that.
Now is the time we can divulge our secret plans.
So what you hear is one of them talking up and saying,
we are ready for the final phase of testing. If this does not work, then we will have to settle for the weakness. But we have, however, managed to give our master more control than previous trials in other test facilities. Seems to be able to give. We seem to be able to give these creatures much more specific orders. Scientists are telling us they're ready for their final test. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Alright, should we go in? Stop them now?
I don't know if
I
we
don't
can
think we
take them.
can. I don't think we have numbers for that. You're like what?
There's only
If
4
we
of
had
them.
Steve, I'd be more
Fuck.
confident.
But
Yeah. Steve, get down here.
plus, I really have to go.
Yeah, I think there's a good place to stop it. So it'll be 10 XP for the session, and won't be any money given this week because you need to finish the mission to get awarded credits.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if we can get Steve in here next session, that'd really help.
Yeah.
Taking
Then
them.
we can bum rush them.
And then he can have a snack.
More
You
than
can have
one.
a very meaty snack too. Lots of meat on them.
Now,
Yeah.
the other thing I'll let someone do while you're in here is give me either an average perception check or a average computers check.
I can do perception.
I'm also really good at perception. Can we work together?
Yeah, we can.
You guys do that, and I'll do the computers.
Assuming I
Where's
do the upgrade thing again.
Where's my perception? Okay. I have cunning of 3 and 2 ranks. What's yours?
She posted for you.
Okay.
Oh, and the upgrade didn't even go through on that. It's probably good enough anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in one of the places you found to insert your nonagon coin thing, it then displayed on a terminal near it a much more detailed map of the city. And with your knowledge of where you've been and you've basically marked out some of the places you've been to so far. Oh, that's too large. That's fascinating. Okay.
Okay, and with that, I'm gonna jump. Thank you for the game.
No worries. Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Very nice.
I will just drop this here quickly, and then I'll give you the link to it, and that'll be the end of the session.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
If it'll load, I will give it to you. Okay, hopefully that works. It should be a PNG on the other side of that link in story, and that'll be the map with locations marked for where you've actually been.
It says we need access.
Give me a moment.
I don't know if you want to make it public.
There you go. Try it now.
Looks like it's working now. Yep.
Okay. So that's the full map.
Fire. That sounds ominous.
What sounds ominous, sorry?
I'm gonna head out